Hello and welcome back to Limbus Company. In the last episode, we didn't really do much. Oh, okay. Yeah, look at her trying to interrupt me now. But yeah, in the last episode, we didn't really do too much. We just completed the rest of Hell's Kitchen, which was just the 10th level. And then we read these 3 minis that happened before Canto 4. So yes, in today's video, we're going to start right here in Canto 4. And I'm so excited to get right into it. But before we get into any of that, I have a very important announcement to make. I'm very excited to announce that after several months of work and a huge amount of support from you all, this channel is now YouTube partnered. Yeah, I just found out today, they just sent me the notification that I passed everything. So yes, this channel is YouTube partnered now, and I'm so excited about it. And I just gotta say a huge thank you to you all. Without you, this channel does not exist, and I want to thank you all so much for this. Thank you all so much for being so supportive, so understanding, and just generally some of the best and most positive people in my life right now. I'm actually getting a little bit emotional, sorry. I've always wanted this, and I'm just so happy that we finally got here. Thank you all so much again. I don't know how many times I've said that now, but genuinely, thank you. But yes, alright, let's get into the fun stuff. Today for my drink, I got root beer. I got tired of Dr. Pepper, I gotta say. Had to change it up. You gotta change up your life sometimes. Okay, let's get right into it. Seems we got some friends, maybe just one. It's actually not too long since the last episode I just recorded, so at least I've got one at the very least, I know. Let's see. 1, 2. Thank you. Yeah, 2 requests. Sorry, I forgot to do my usual thing where I slow down and do everything. I hope you all saw who you were. But yes, if anyone would like to send me friend requests, I very much welcome it. I will be accepting all that are sent to me. I'm going to put it up on screen. This is my code. Absolutely feel free to send me a friend request. But yes, thank you to those 2 who sent me friend requests. And thank you to everybody who's ever sent me a friend request. I love you all so much. By far one of the best things I've done. It makes me feel just a little bit closer to you all. Also, I've got a little ticket I got from just the, the daily thing. I'm sure all of you have got one of these now. But yes, we get a guaranteed 3 stars. So you know what? I'm gonna hope that I get... Who do I got? I want either an Ishmael or a Gregor ID since I don't have 3 stars for either. So yes. Alright. Everybody give me your luck. Give me your luck right now. Well, don't give me your luck. Root for me, I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's see what we get. Something good, something good, something good. Okay. Oh, we got 2 things. Okay. Is it 2 IDs or are we getting like an ego or something? Oh, Sinclair?
죄송해요.
Was I too rough?
과했나?
What do you mean? Whoa. Were you like a musketeer or something? That's super cool. Oh. So is this the one that goes along with like the Don Quixote that I've got? Though I don't necessarily need a 3-star Sinclair. That is still amazing. Oh. A Ryoshu? What? Oh, it's that one. It's that one cleanup crew one. Hell yes, that is so cool. Damn, but no Gregor or Ishmael. That's a bit heartbreaking, but that's still so cool. Ah, so it looks like this one does charge. I haven't experienced all statuses yet, so I kind of want to look at what charge exactly does. No, don't switch yet. And this one does poise. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty decent haul. I didn't expect to get 2. Should we do another one? I've got enough to do at least 1 more. What? Oh, no. I really want this one. Oh, that's like the one that goes with like the Ryoshu I've got. Well, then do I do the Outis one? There's still... Oh my god, the options that are before me. Too much for me to handle. Okay, since this is... I want to try this one. You know what? Watch this. I've got all the luck in the world that's gonna... Okay. I don't think... Okay. Okay. Never mind. I got too cocky, too greedy. That's what happens. But at least I'm getting shards, you know. Well, that's all the extracts that we can do. So yeah. Alright, let's get right into Canto 4. God, I've been so excited for this. What does that say? Does that say 0 out of 54? Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to figure this out. I wonder how many episodes it's gonna take to get through this one. I might have to do Limbus Company videos on both Wednesday and Saturday from now on. We'll have to see about that. But okay, let's get into the first one. Off the bus.
우리는 야심가도 탐욕가도 아니며
Who is this? Is this?
그저 기술을 사랑했던
Is this Esau?
불과했지.
We were neither high flyers nor greedy vultures. We were merely children who loved technology.
처음으로
Do you
우리가
remember the
숨을
day
쉰다고-
when we first felt that we were breathing?
그때는 말일세.
Back then,
그 숨만으로도 충분했었어.
that breath alone would suffice.
아님 유독
Or perhaps
그날만.
it was the air that was exceptionally clear that day. Oh my, whoa! The view is obscured by smoke and dust. Nest K's ruined streets. What is going on? Terrified screams, hopeless outcries, pain moans, and the sounds of hard objects breaking create a cacophony. It is time to turn the clock. What is happening? Is this happening right now? I feel like we skipped a couple of things. I can hear Yi Song, the only conscious sinner at the moment, muster up his remaining strength to speak. The others are on the floor among dismembered corpses, like powerless puppets. Fatal injuries were left by an abnormality. An abnormality? Yet, we're in the middle of a nest. Oh, so this is like, is this gonna be like a flashback? What happened to lead up to here? Weren't abnormalities supposed to be confined within lobotomy corpse branch facilities or dungeons? Oh god. Meanwhile, the abnormality pierced Yi Song's abdomen as I wondered. I had no one else to share this question with.
이번엔 어디를 가는 건가요?
What a startup. God, I guess that's what we've got to look forward to. Where are we going this time? The sinners seemed to grow quite accustomed to this work. As if we were on a road trip, some were far less hesitant to ask about our next destination. Oh, that's not quite the right question. The mission begins with a person rather than a place.
사람이라 하였소?
A person, you say. We happen to have a client.
그건 저희가
You mean we take requests from outside like we're a fixer office or something? Oh? Hath our courage begun to be frequented by requests already? Excelente! It may take little time at all to become a renowned fixer.
조용.
Quiet. I'll be answering questions. As you all know, the Golden Bows are a relatively recent discovery. Fortunately, J-Corp and D-Corp didn't have much interest when we visited their districts. That is why those facilities were populated by no more than backstreets miscreants or ragtag syndicates. However, there are wings that have caught wind of their existence and value early, like K-Corp, whose turf we're in right now. But I thought we'd already taken the Golden Bow here in K-Corp's nest. I never said that there were any rules that say only one bow may exist in a district. Oh no, there can be multiple? Oh, how long are we gonna be here? The distribution of Lobotomy Corp's branch facilities is more complicated than you'd expect. They can be found everywhere. Spread quite literally like tree branches. Like how one was connected to our estate's basement. Yeah. He's having PTSD. Haha, you silly, silly man. Dead parents and whatnot. Apparently that hurts people. I'm sorry, that's kind of rude. You had very horrific things happen to you. There also haven't been any clear definitions about who owns the bows. Which is why everyone's been playing by the primitive rule that the first finders of a bow are its keepers. Well, that's how it usually goes with slumbering treasures. In that case, are you telling us that we've accepted the request to earn ownership of a golden bow? To be exact, they made the offer first. Since a golden bow is on the line, we have no choice. I get it now. Thus, I don't know how many times I have to remind you of this, but do not do anything to aggravate the client. Virgilius, you're asking too much of us. It is not a proper mission unless we piss off the people we're supposed to help. By the way, now then, keep your mouth shut until you're there. All as usual. Dante seemed to have something to say. Thank you, Faust. You know what? Quickly, you're becoming one of my favorites. I mean, you've always been there, but you're getting up there. I actually really like Faust, especially after the last little, like, mini thing. Thank you, Faust. Sorry about that, Dante. I do hope you understand that it's quite cumbersome to grow used to the concept of that the ticking of a clock can be something to respond to. Oh yeah, you say that with that grin on your face. I bet you knew, you just didn't want me to speak. So what are golden bows used for anyway? When I think about it, all we were told was a vague order to collect them, and nothing about what the company plans to do with them. Oh no, bad question. I've asked the forbidden question. They're asking about the purpose of the golden bows. I see you finally begun to ruminate on subjects, Manager Dante. Here you are, growing curious about the company's plans. Then I ought to aid your management as a guide by providing kind explanation. The golden boughs, they are branches, as their name suggests. That's what we call stems growing from the trunk of a tree. These ones happen to have a golden glow. Oh, forsooth. What is forsooth? I still don't know what that word means. All of you are crazy. Don Quixote was the only one responding passionately to this information. Thanks to this exchange, he painted me as an ignorant bloke who doesn't even know what a branch is. Radia shrugs at me, as if to chafe me for expecting a real answer. Verg, the road is blocked. Should I go around it? It's blocked? Strange that there's a blocked road. This is the middle of K-Corp's nest, too. It's unlikely that there's a scene... Oh! Shaking the bus, what? Before Ishmael could finish her sentence, a dull thud at the window interrupted her. Something just flung at the bus and boinked off. That was a person, wasn't it? A male individual who appears to be in his early 40s. There seems to be a serious injury in his... OxyClean region. He had already died before the impact. Yeah, sure doesn't seem like the average scuffle. How did Mersalt know all of that? That's kind of scary. You all kind of make me nervous sometimes. Pit stop. If it's a problem you can handle, come back after you're done. And what about if it isn't? The clock will have to spin until it's been dealt with. That's one elegant way to tell us to go die 1,000 deaths. Now then, off the She's doing the Virgilius impression again. How do I do it? How do I do a Virgilius impression within my impression of Radia? Off the bus. I don't know. I don't think I can do it. Look at that angry man. What? Weren't you about to say the same thing anyway? Saved you the trouble. I just can't wait. What adventures are in store for us this time? What pain and agony are we gonna have to endure today? Oh no. Oh my god, was that what's to come up? I didn't even see the full picture. There's like half a person in the road. Okay. Talent and genius. Oh yeah, I actually finally did it for once after talking about it for a while. I did some grinding off camera. Yeah, I got my IDs to level 35. Nothing too major, but I think it helps a little bit. Keeps us leveled up. Okay. I wonder what kind of enemies we're gonna fight. Because I'm sure it won't be the K-Corp healing guys, right? As you saw through the bus, we are in the middle of a nest. A place that should be the furthest from unexpected trouble. Would that mean this is a precious commotion? Precious commotion? What? Everyone except drowsy Hong Lu was tensed up, carefully observing what was going on. Is that... Someone was running our way in a hurry from the other side. Oh, okay. The civilian was too hurried to look ahead. They bumped into the sinners and fell to the ground. Don't go that way! Are we gonna fight some kind of like giant monster? Ooh, a hamburger! Sorry, that is not on topic. Also, what happened to your face? Oh no. Come now! You may rest easy. We have galloped hither to save innocent lives such as yours, for we are no such things as heroes. So please don't say anything unnecessary. Oi! We need to cross here. If you're here to stop us for nothing, then I'll give you a taste of this bat. Hey, Heathcliff. There's no need to be rude. Looking at Heathcliff's intimidating face and Ishmael's frowned expression in turn. The civilians seem to have a moment to consider which would be more of a threat. Okay. There's something ahead. Something that shouldn't be real. I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything like it. Everyone was screaming and running, and then people rolling on the floor, set on fire. Did the entity you witnessed have a form that does not resemble a human? Yeah, you're right. That's right. Then, if it isn't a person... Keeping the suspected possibilities in our minds, we headed for the center of the disturbance. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. I don't know if I've ever been so repulsed by anything I've seen yet. What is that? It's coming out of like a bowl? Like a big old orange bull. Oh, and it's got someone's head. Or like just a person. Oh my god, this is horrific. Whoa, what's going on here?
그 뒤틀림인지 뭔지일 수도 있는 거 아니야.
It could, be a distortion or whatever, no? Like that chicken place. No, that's different. This one is an abnormality, not a distortion. I'm sure of this, somehow. As Dante suggested, that entity is likely to be an abnormality. Our manager is able to sense it. Okay. But then, why is an abnormality in the middle of a nest? It's a phenomenon of which Faust has never been notified. Most lobotomy corp facilities were shut down as soon as the wing was dissolved. I was reminded of the site burial Yuri. Oh no. Y'all gotta stop bringing her up. Y'all gonna make me sad. I was reminded of the site burial Yuri told us about, but I quickly shook off those gloomy memories. Even if an abnormality did break out in the meantime, there should have been a report informing us of such a fact before this mission. It's hard to imagine that the LCC would have been unable to notice if such an event actually occurred. Could they be the security staff that gets sent by K-Corp? Rather than suppressing the abnormality, they're just getting completely wrecked. Completely wrecked. It sorta takes me back to the time when we got beat bad in D-Corp's district. Come on. First that chicken restaurant guy goes cuckoo and now this? I'm really over this kind of Nest K welcome. That's what I'm saying. What is wrong with this place? Things are going bad left and right. It sucked to live here. Right as they complained... Oh, God. That actually scared me. That was so loud. God! Bloody! Debris created by the rampaging abnormality narrowly grazed past us. Now we're just gonna get hit by rocks. The hell are you doing? Just watching from here won't do any of us any good. It'll crush us all to a pulp. You're gravely mistaken. Have that insane brat's daily ramblings finally managed to brainwash you? Brat, huh? Oh, hark? Hark? That's a word? I prithee, who dost thou mean by this insane brat? The guide only instructed us to return once the commotion has been dealt with. He never ordered us to deal with it ourselves. For goodness sake, what's there to be so damn obtuse about? Didn't you see what just happened? It almost blew my head off. Who knows what else will happen if it keeps up? This'll be over if we just beat that damn thing down. What else do we got? Parking a seat to keep watching? Gobbling some chicken? Huh? Actually doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. No, I want to fight something. There's no need to waste our lives on fights unrelated to our missions. I'm sure you filth don't even realize. But here's the thing. The more you die, the less efficient you become in battle. The more you die, the less efficient you are. You should just stop dying. Experiencing a certain pain will make you learn to fear and avoid it. Damn, okay. People are dying over there as we speak, though. That's what I'm saying, Sinclair. Although it will cost much time and many lives, they will eventually suppress it, just as we do. And I must say, I didn't expect a whining amateur who'd cry out for his parents whenever he died to willingly suggest self-sacrifice. Now that is one fucked up thing to say, Aldous. Hey, Aldous, I like you. I like you a lot. But damn, you need to cool it right now. Especially saying that to him, of all people. Death has become a triviality to you, hasn't it? I think that's how you say that. Oh my god. Now I'm upset. If we must make the best decision between the sinners, it's right to listen to her. Oh. We're not fixers, and we certainly cannot be heroes. Turning the clock obviously hurts whenever I do it, and the pain is something I can never get used to. And yet, we should suppress it. I can't logically explain why, but I feel like we should. Yes, Dante! This is the things I like to see! I'd have crushed that clock and run out there if you gabbled the same rubbish, Clockface. You know, for someone who likes to be so mean to people, you actually like helping people. That's a very interesting dynamic you've got, Heathcliff. I actually really like him. At first, I didn't know how to feel about him, like in the beginning, but now I'm really starting to like Heathcliff. If that is your decision, I will abide by it. Good boy, Mersal. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you made the right call. Hey,
그렇게 판단해 주셔서
thank you for making that decision.
감사해요.
Oh, don't sweat it, Sinclair. I
별것도
love
아닌
you.
일에 쓸데없이 잡생각이
You worry
많군,
too much over
시기.
little things, Clark.
예술가는 못 되겠어.
You won't be an artist. Okay. Thanks, Ryoshu, you freak.
다른 누구도 아닌
This
당신을
judgment
위한
has been made for
결정이었습니다.
none other than you, executive manager. The sinners walk ahead after leaving me comments. While all the others moved forward, Faust remained and gave me a peculiar stare. Okay. Now, what is it? You think my judgment was inefficient?
아니요.
No. I just thought it would be interesting to see how you react once you've reclaimed your memory. What is that supposed to mean? What? That is such an enticing sentence. I want to know more about that. Did she know me before? Actually, I think they all knew me before, if I remember. Faust's strange statement held me in place for a moment, but I decided I want to deal with the questions that are immediately ahead of me first. Faust, I've been wondering for a while. Are you really okay with being treated like this, considering your talent and everything? Someone of her caliber should have no problem enjoying a luxurious life in the city. Faust doesn't mind. Additionally, talent feels like the incorrect word to describe Faust. Many can possess talent, but Faust does not want to be included in the many. Oh, that little smile, okay. Okay. Among the sinners, if we were looking for a talented individual of the most commonly agreed definition, that would be Yi-song. For your information, I am a genius. Yeah, because like being like super intelligent isn't necessarily a talent. Because like a talent is like being good at something rather than just being straight intelligent. So yeah, that's a reasonable assessment, I'd say. Yi-song stops walking past the other sinners and turns around to face me. Looking again, his eyes actually stare into the emptiness behind me.
그렇지 않소.
I am no such individual.
나는
Oh god, you are so sad. Get this man a Sunny D. I don't know why I thought of that of all things, but this man needs some
날개짓을
joy.
멈춘 지
I
오래요.
have long stopped fluttering my wings. Thus,
무용한
it would be of
짓들.
no use to discuss my talent,
관리자.
manager. Oh. Curiously enough, I find that some sinners feel more distant as we spend more time together.
저 날아다니는 기계
Okay,
뭐지?
what was that sound?
아까부터
Oh look, it's the little drone guys. What's that flying machine? It's been irking me. Got the urge to Sid for the 3,000th time. 3,000th is a very specific
저건
number.
드론이라
That's-
불리는 것이요.
That is a device called a drone.
아,
Oh, they might be combat drones Kane Corp sent to help us. The wing seems to be above average in terms of technology. No, viewing its design, it doesn't appear to be equipped with combat functionalities. It also has a camera at the center.
뭐
Well, I guess it makes sense to get a close look at the mess happening in a well-off nest. Out of my tongue-tied, it's kind of hard to read these. Abashed, Ishmael mumbled. Oh! Will we be featured on the thing called the news?
그런데 이 드론들
Wait, something's off. Why
왜 시체랑
are they only
돌아가는
filming
사람들만
corpses
찍고
and
있는
dying
거예요?
people? Oh no.
자극적인
Well,
쪽으로 시선이
it's
몰리는 건
provocative stuff that draws more
당연하지 않겠어?
attention, doesn't it? Look at this
뭐,
terrible
이런
incident.
거잖아.
See how morbid it is, or something like that.
하지만
But
잠깐 꼬맹이 앞에
hold up, kiddo, in front of you. This is definitely
이상하잖아요.
weird. What is going on? Yeah, what happened to you? Sinclair!
이것 봐요.
Look at this thing. Why does it have his
계속
camera
찍고
glued
있는
to me?
건데요.
Why are you bleeding? What just happened? Did it run into you or something? I'm so confused. I don't appreciate a soulless audience.
수가 적지 않다. 그리고 이
There is a considerable number of them. And these drones,
환상치가 날뛰는
they appear to
지역에
be
접근하지
deliberately
못하도록
preventing us from entering the
의도적으로
area
봉쇄를 하고
where the
있는 것
abnormality is.
그럴 리가.
What? Can't
도와주는
be.
사람한테 굳이
We're here to help,
방해를
so they'd have no reason to get in
하겠어?
our way, right? Now the drones have started lining up and formed a wall as if to stop us from proceeding any further.
안녕하십니까. 시민 여러분의 안전을 위해 시민팀에서 물러나 주시기를 바랍니다.
It's like the Portal 2 voice. How do I do a voice for that? Greetings, citizen. Please keep 10 meters of distance for your own safety.
K사의 직원들이
K-Corp staff has
방문했습니다.
been dispatched.
시민 여러분은
Your safety is assured. Please keep 10 meters of distance.
아니,
No,
뒤져가고
look.
있다니까?
Your staff is being slaughtered over there, can't you see? Look, they're being slaughtered over there. If you turn your camera this way, your people are getting slaughtered.
안녕하십니까.
Greetings,
시민 여러분은
citizen.
안전합니다.
Your safety is assured.
시민팀에서 물러나 주시기를
Please keep
바랍니다.
10 meters of distance.
말이 안 되는
The
방송이에요.
instructions make no sense. What difference is 10 meters going to make in this mess?
쓸데없는.
Not gonna do us any favors, huh? Sorry, my voice cracked. Don't know if they're malfunctioning or just badly designed. But we'll have to get rid of all these before we can get to the abnormality. Alright, we're gonna fight a bunch of drones, I guess. Why are they trying to stop us? Is this like one of the K-Corp's abnormalities, and that's why it's in the center? Alright. Let's go with that.
참여하게 되리라.
Ain't no way you evaded all that. Oh, are they all just gonna evade? Oh, we might have a problem on our hands. In our hands, really? Damn, Faust, wow. I guess they're just gonna be doing a lot of evading. I wonder how we can remedy that, because I don't know, if they can't hit him, then that's gonna be a problem. I think Hong Lu's struggling.
같이 한 저항일 뿐이다.
Let's go like that. Yeah.
운이
I like it.
따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Dude, he is so strong. Like the N-Corp Sinclair is by far my strongest unit right now. He's got so much damage to deal. Though he does have problems with ego corrosion, so I've got to remedy that somehow.
가장 순수한
Damn,
세상으로.
Faust. Yeah, when I was doing the Luxcavation, when I was grinding off camera, it was almost always Sinclair. But today it is Faust. This is a good sign. All right. Drones and abnormalities. I need to level up some of my other IDs because I want to have different squads to use. Oh no! Why is it dripping? What is that? Yeah, why not? Let's go with that. Oh, he's doing the strong one. Yeah, I've noticed that for him, depending on like what his SP is at, he says that line when he does his big attack differently. Like this one, he said it fairly calmly, but when he gets like more insane, I guess, he says it like with more conviction.
재밌네요.
I gotta read up on these things. I want to know what they're weak to.
침묵하라.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god, that thing moves way too fast. What? I never want to see that again. Oh yeah, also to clarify, I realized I was going to do this earlier, but to clarify a little something in that post I made, where I said that I was like stressed out and everything. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to you all for being so supportive. That really means a lot to me when you all are supportive like that, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all so much. But to elaborate further on what was happening, so basically like with my debit card, someone in the UK tried 3 times to spend $200 at a clothing store. Which, I don't live in the UK, I live in the United States. So, of course, that was a bit of a problem, so I had to, like, deactivate that card and get a new one. It's really an easy process, but it's still so inconvenient. Oh my god, I'm trying to focus on what's going on, too. But yeah, I got my new card and everything, so I'm feeling much better. I've also got a proper rest, so I'm also feeling good today. Thank you all for the support. Oh my god. Taking a lot of damage today. But also sorry to say, the UK, you gotta go. Trying to steal money from me? Whole country's gotta go, I'm sorry. If you're watching this and you live in the UK, I'm sorry, y'all all gotta go. Nah, I'm joking, I love you all.
참여하게 되리라.
I hope I'm getting decent damage in. Okay, okay. I need to get these damn drones out of here, honestly. I'm so sick of them. Okay, okay, good. God, that bull kind of does a lot of damage. Ooh, no. Just got a stagger on us. I hate this thing. Someone kill that bull for me. Please.
참여하게 되리라.
Alright, okay. Oh, I think we've got him. Oh, do it, please. Yes! What was that? What? It didn't even explode. It kind of just ran away. What was that? That was one of the goofiest things I've ever seen. Alright, cool. We've got this in the bag now. Yes.
운이
Nope, I missed.
따라준다면 좋겠네요.
There we go, he's gone.
본인의 승리.
Perfect. Good job, people. Man, I do not like that bull guy.
겨우 다
Yeah, they're kind of
처리했네.
freaky, honestly.
설마 이
Oh.
드론도 하진 않겠지?
Sorry, I had to clear my throat. That's the last of them. They aren't gonna make us pay for the damages, are they?
합당한 방어였다고.
I'll try to report that it was an
재산에서
act of
보고서를
self-defense.
처리해보죠. 파우, 내가
Foul,
말했던가?
darling. Did I ever
자기는
tell you
정말
this?
뭐라
You're really just so...
아무튼
How do I
그거.
put it? You rock!
깨달음이 느리신 편이구나.
You were rather late to realize it. Oh, ain't this sweet. Look at us having a sweet moment now. Something feels strange about this abnormality. Doesn't quite feel like the others we fought. Yeah, it's a big old blue leaking bull thingy. Honestly, I think it's the most tame abnormality we've seen.
평소만
Not sure if we even have that much experience in that department, but... Well, I guess there's a crowd around us shouting and yelling. What's up with these abnormalities? How'd they show up in the middle of a nest, and how did they get more horrifying? And I've seen that one in the mirror dungeon a few times, too. Never in a fight, though. In the mirror dungeons? Oh, wait, I have fought one of these before. Yeah, not too long ago, I did a mirror dungeon fight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I fought... It was like a giant version of this bull, though. Is that like... Does this only pop up if you fought the bull in the mirror dungeons, or is this just like a coincidence? But yeah, I played one full mirror dungeon off camera. It was super cool. I got like 30 XP. Actually, it was 45 XP for the battle pass. Come to think of it, what was the deal with those abnormalities in the mirror dungeons that didn't fight us?
우리가 본 건
Those were
거울
glimpses
단상의
into the
기능을
abnormalities'
통해서
mental spaces and
현실의
habitats,
심상자,
viewed through
구분자예요.
cracks in the mirrored world. It is a chasm, incredibly narrow and unstable.
맞아요.
Indeed,
그래서
which
한정된
only allowed
상상만
for limited
가능했던
interaction.
딴 건 모르겠고.
Forget that. All I want to know is, why are these so tough? They're as nasty as what we faced on the railway.
확실히
That is certainly true.
게다가
Besides, what is this sickening fluid dripping from them?
는 뭐죠?
Yeah, what is the blue stuff? That's gross. As the sinners pointed out, the abnormalities here were clearly different from what we've encountered before. It oozes a mysterious liquid with a blue glint.
성분을 검토할 시간은
We have no
없으니
time to
최대한
analyze its
신중을 갖지 않게 해야겠어요.
constituents. We have no time to analyze its constituents, so we should be careful not to come in contact with it. Yeesh, no need to tell me. I'm not about to smudge myself with that.
야,
Oi!
들 어디서 뭐
Did these
잘못
things eat
줘먹은 거
bad
아니야?
food off the floor or what? It's like they've got rabies. Huh? Above you! Above you, Mr. Heathcliff! Heathcliff was knocked to the ground, unable to resist. What was it?
관리자님,
Manager,
아무래도 고생 좀
it looks like you
하시겠네요.
have your work cut out for you. Please remember that I gave you my expostulation. Yeah. Executive manager.
총원 전투 준비.
All men, prepare for battle. Figured it would come to this. I've come too far to be afraid of pulling dead sinners back to life. Let's beat him and head back. Look at that. Dante's gaining his courage.
돈이 더 들긴 해도
Hey,
긴급하게
good shit,
잘했잖아.
Dawn. Okay. Drones and abnormalities too. This be just combat? Ugh. Okay, just more of these drone guys. Oh wait, it's a chain.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Alright, let's see if these actually connect. Okay, yeah. I wonder how evade exactly works. Like, you have to roll to be able to hit them? Something like that? Because maybe I just haven't been paying clear enough attention, but I don't fully understand it.
침묵하라.
단테님 봤어요? 너무 쉽군요.
Okay, pretty good. Yeah, I am loving this team right now. I feel like these sinners work pretty well together.
참여하게 되리라.
At least for the time being, because I think out of all the sinners I've got, this group works the best. But yeah, I've actually got a decent amount of, well, not necessarily a decent amount, but I've got some tremor and rupture identities that I think I can make a team out of. And honestly, I think I'm going to try and do that pretty soon. Sorry, I don't know what.
참여하게 되리라.
What was I thinking? There's only one left. And I was over here thinking so hard about it.
돈이 더 들긴 해도
Nope, Dawn again.
긴급을 하길
Alright,
잘했잖아.
perfect. That was really quick. Alright, let's see
불로
this.
청하고
Is this more combat or are we going some more reading? I'm over here stuttering again. More combat. Hey, this is right up our alley. You know what, let's go with the blue instead.
조여목구를 달고 볼까?
Yeah. I want to see this. Honestly, that is such a cool attack. Because she like hits him in the air and then brings him down and smacks him some more with the fire stuff. So cool. Love these identities.
재밌나요? 너무 쉽군요.
Oh, pretty good. Okay. Yeah.
불길 속으로.
본인의 승리.
Honestly, these things feel kind of weak. But I think it's because they're like, this is a level 27 or 28 fight. I actually forgot what level it is. But we're like over leveled for this, basically, so. Pretty soon it's gonna get hard and I'm gonna be eating my words. And I'm not gonna be very happy about it.
돈이 더 들긴 해도 긴급으로
Okay.
하길 잘했지 않은가?
Return. Oh, we got another bullfight. Hey, they ain't ready for this. Oh yeah, it's just one big bull. Yeah, this is the fight I did in the mirror dungeon. This specific one.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Okay, okay. Yeah, no, something I actually did. I think I should do videos on mirror dungeons. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. One of these days I'm gonna do an entire video on a mirror dungeon. Because something I did while I was in there, from getting good ego gifts, like upgrading them and making them good, and just generally having this team, I had like 99 built up bleed. So there's a couple times where they just died from hitting me twice, because they had 99 damage each time they did that. And that was honestly one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Yeah, I realized I did this wrong. It's because I'm too focused on talking. I'm showing off my ineptitude. Yeah, because I feel like I've gotten ever so slightly more intelligent with this game, I should say. I feel like I know more. Ooh, everybody's hitting their special moves. Don't lose that clash. Don't lose that clash. Oh no. Oh my god. Yeah, that's okay. We still got some health left. Yeah, let's get some
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
ego in. I don't know why I totally forgot what it was. I was about to say abnormality in, but that's definitely not what it is. We are fighting abnormalities, and we will hit that abnormality with ego. Yes, keep building that bleed. Oh my god, he's kind of doing a lot of damage to us. Come on, Dawn, build us some bleed for us. Make him regret ever fighting us. Okay. That's probably some of the worst damage I think I've ever seen. But, you know, that's okay. That's fine. This is fine. Huh, I kind of struggled this time. Didn't seem like there was a whole lot to do. But we're getting him down. He's getting weaker. Ooh, no. Oh my god, how did I not notice that? Never do that in my presence again. That is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. There's just a guy living in there. Honestly, that is such a morbid and cool concept. But right now, I don't like it at the moment. Getting a lot of opposed. Or unopposed, I mean. Okay, okay.
재밌나요? 너무 쉽군요.
Oh, did we get it? Yes! Oh my god, it just became a little head on the ground. But good shit, people. Yeah, this is honestly one of the weirder ones we've seen. As the prolonged cycles of pain came to an end, the abnormality has been successfully suppressed. We can return to the bus now. It was a success that accompanied many deaths and revivals on our side, but I nodded anyway. We got back on the bus, harboring a few unanswered questions. You came back later than expected. I was just about to take my first nap in a while. I'm glad that's what he's gonna do. Virgilius needs his nap or else he gets real grumpy. I explained the oddities we ran into earlier to Virgilius. To be more precise, Faust did the heavy speaking. I was expecting him to coldly tell me to do my job as the middle manager and follow whatever orders I'm given, but his answer was surprisingly earnest.
환상체라는
The existence of
존재가
abnormalities has been
세간에
completely
거의
unknown to the
알려지지
public,
않았다.
and we don't possess all the details on them
자세한
either,
정보까지
Dante.
쥐고-
Didn't think you'd admit it right away. Faust flinched a little, but she didn't relay what I just said.
그런 건
Enigmatic as they are,
파우스투스
let's leave Miss
쪽에서
Faust and other departments of our
잘난
proud
우리
Limbus
Limbus
company
컴퍼니의
to
다른
uncover all the
부서들과
details in the
함께
future,
속
as we
시원히
likely ought
밝혀줄
to.
거라고 기대해.
그러죠.
Will do. Was Faust given any time at all to do some sort of research on this job? The mysteries were left unsolved, but if Faust accepted the suggestion without a hitch, that probably means she's thought of a way.
거기 왜
You,
아까부터 자꾸
why do you
어깨를
have your
움츠리고
soldiers
다니는
hunched
거지?
over like that?
가뜩이나 조그맣던
You're short
손이
enough as you are,
어깨까지
and this shrunken posture makes you
아예
practically
보이지도 않는 거야.
imperceptible. I'm gonna make a guess. So it's someone short and someone she likes to make fun of. This is Sinclair. Damn it! It's Don Quixote. I hope to meet Lord Siegfried again.
지크프리드님이
Who was Lord Siegfried again?
한 손으로는 저희를 배워가면서
Wasn't that the man who took
다른
photos of
한
himself while
손으로는
cutting us
기념사진을
down with
찍었던
one
건
hand?
아닌가요?
Right! That's Zach Fritcher guy. Yes, Zach Fritcher, you're right. Ishmael was breathing audibly through her nose. The incident at the checkpoint must have left some deep grudges for her.
본인이 사람들을 구하는 모습.
Eager was I to show him
지크프리드님께도
my valiant
보여드리려고
acts of
했단
rescuing
말이오.
imperiled civilians.
나중에
I vowed that I
훌륭한
shall meet him
해결사가
again as a fixer of
만나기로
noble cause.
약속도 했는데.
Reunions are more touching if it's after a long time, Don Quixote. Try thinking that it's a good thing he didn't show up today. It really is strange, though.
어색하긴 하군. 구경꾼이 많은
He's not
곳에서
one to miss
벌어지는
spectacles
사건은
with this many spectators
그자가
around.
빠질 리 없는데.
Do you miss him, Virgilius? Do you miss your friend? Definitely not. You definitely don't miss him.
아,
Aha! Is he kind of like a celebrity then? You could say that. He has a flair for showmanship, so it's usual for K-Corp to take advantage of these kinds of commotions by sending him.
하지만
But if he hasn't shown up for this perfect opportunity to draw the public's full attention, that means this isn't something they want people to notice.
지크프리드님을
I shan't take such vicious slander of Lord Siegfried.
그분이 냈던 자서전.
On the 5th row of page 42 of his autobiography, a hero should keep smiling until his last. He writes that as he shall be there to aid the weak no matter when and where. All right, you'd best hold that belief of yours dearly.
뭐라도 믿는
That way, you'll have something to cling
헛날의
to when you
극한을
face the extreme in the
버티는 데
future.
도움이 될 테니.
Okay. So I'm very enticed to see what's going on here.
결과죠.
Yep, as I suspected, this guy hits like a truck. Because yeah, this is very strange to be experiencing this kind of thing in the middle of the city. Normally it's like in a village or something like that, but you know. As the futile conversations reached an end, the bus lazily pulled to a stop. We'd arrived in front of a building so tall that it would take a while to count the floors. A few shrank down as if intimidated. I understood Sinclair being one, but Heathcliff and Ishmael also seemed to be pressured. Never seen a skyscraper. A few looked around with curious eyes, and some others walked and carried themselves as if they knew they deserved royal treatment.
저희도 이
I've guessed we've earned some renown. We're finally being invited to places regular people would live.
말해두는데
Let me make one thing clear. If the requests and the rewards a load of tosh like the last time, I'm out. Heathcliff ground his teeth, whether by Hong Lu's words or due to memories of what we got into last time we were here.
예상대로 조금
Oh, Samcho! You just spawned in again, still on your tablet, I see. What voice did I give you? You're a little late as expected. As expected?
저자는
That man is...
다시 만나 뵙게 되어 좋군요.
It's a pleasure to meet you
참고로
again.
이건
I want you to know that this is my heartfelt sentiment and not a formality. I don't believe you. A familiar face I never expected to see again greeted us. I'm out. I already told you. I'm gone. I don't want to do a Samjo again. Give it a moment. Let's at least hear what he has to say, okay?
놔!
Let's go! Do you even get how it feels to have nightmares about doing the tango with raw chickens? Huh? Is that why you've had like the thunder room?
사실
Or
지난번
something? To
의뢰
tell you the truth, my last request was a test to measure your competence.
훌륭한 점수로
And you
통과하셨고
passed with flying colors.
축하드립니다.
Congratulations.
이것도
I mean
진심이에요.
this one as well.
누구 마음대로 테스트.
Who are you to test and grade us? You.
그거야 물론.
That's of course.
그거야 물론.
That.
저의 똑소리 나는
Who the hell are you?
삼조 씨 마음이죠.
You sexy doctor man, you.
림버스 컴퍼니로군요.
That's of course at the discretion of Mr. Samjo, my shrewd secretary. So you must be from Limbus Company.
반가워요.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dong Rong.
이야기 많이 들어요.
I heard a lot about you from Samjo. It almost made me a fan. It almost made me a fan. Fan? Didst thou say just now that we have earned thine adoration?
립 서비스잖아.
It's just flattery, Don Quixote.
솔직히 말씀드리자면
If I'm being quite honest, the test wasn't my idea.
여러분,
I mean,
실험용
you aren't lab
걱정하는데
hands or anything,
너무하잖아요.
and you deserve better than involuntary tests.
네.
Indeed, it was my suggestion. I had reason to do so, as your Limbus Company is a little-known firm that could or could not be newly established.
저희가 동랑님 말씀만 덜컥
We couldn't take the
믿고
risk of
위험을
entrusting an
감수하면서까지
unknown
의뢰를
organization
맡길 순
with a request on Mr. Dongrong's world alone. Is it Dongrong or Dongrang? Or something entirely different? I don't know.
그러니까
So that means you're requesting us. Ishmael asked for confirmation that this was indeed a direct request, her face seeming rather proud.
그거야 당연하죠.
Why, of
왜냐하면
course.
당신들은
Because you all are...
여기서 이러지
Why
말고
don't I show you to my
재밌는
lab?
곳 구경하러 갈래요? 재밌는 거 많이 있는데.
There are many fun things to see. Sorry. He couldn't even think of anything nice to say about us. That's so crazy. Changing the subject so shamelessly is only gonna bother us more.
네?
Sorry?
데려가시는 말씀이십니까?
Are you really going to take these people to your
이자들을요?
laboratory?
왜?
Why not?
통-
They passed your test, didn't they, Mr. Samjo? And if they've got the skills to take down what they called an abnormality, as we saw today. Aha! Thou hast heard? My traces of heroic deeds indeed make themselves known to the masses in no time. That's a funny way to put it. And you must be the manager.
잠깐
It was
이야기 좀
Dante,
가능할까요?
yes? May we speak for a moment? Faust tried to say something to Dongrong, but he and Samjo pulled me far away by the time she stepped forward. Oh no, they're not gonna be able to understand us unless they do. That'd be kind of strange if, like, them of all people are the ones who can understand us. Okay, application. Yeah, no, I'm very interested to see what they mean to do with me here. I mean, I don't mind, but you two can't hear me anyway. I was too embarrassed to bring it up in front of the whole group. But actually, one of your employees was an old friend of mine. Oh, who is it? And he wouldn't give me a nod either. Perhaps he was embarrassed like me. It was a struggle to hide how disheartened I was. It's Yi Song, isn't it? Wait, I think I remember a while back, one of you mentioning that Canto 4 is about Yi Song. So I think that's who he's talking about. Maybe you weren't as close as you thought then? Maybe you just weren't good enough friends. Wait, can you hear my voice?
동랑님.
Mr. Dongrong, this individual is unable to communicate normally. That's why I'm speaking, Mr. Samjo. It's like I'm back to being a child, muttering my woes to a wind-up toy, don't you think? That was all a monologue? I think he's lying. I think he understands us. What are you two even doing?
제가 여러분께
It was mostly because of him that I decided to send my request to you. I can trust a familiar person better than a stranger. See, this is why I can't let my guard down for even a second. You're too easily influenced by human attachment. So, let me ask you a favor. Use your tact and consideration to pretend that you know nothing about the relationship between him and me, okay? You haven't even told me who that friend is. I could only let out a deep sigh and shake my head. The conversation that never got through ended as arbitrarily as it began. Began? As it began. This isn't asking a favor, you're giving me a notice.
여긴 연구실 복도입니다.
We're at the
여기까지밖에
laboratory
못
aisle.
들어오겠-
Ordinary visitors would not be permitted to go any further. But since you've been invited by Mr. Dongrong, I will show you to the interior. Wow, I hoped I could work at a company as big as this.
그럼 림버스 말고
Then, maybe you could have applied to one. Why didn't you give it a shot?
농담이죠, 로자
You're
씨.
joking, right, Rodian? Not everyone can join these companies. This kind of firm only accepts the very best of the elite.
마치 파우스트 씨나
Like Faust or
이성
Yi
씨
Song,
같이.
for example. Ishmael's remark gave me a good opportunity to bring up my earlier question. Yeah, why did you choose to join Limbus Company out of all the options you had? There must have been better places to shoot for.
저는 파우스트니까요.
Because I am Faust. Okay. Alright, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah. There was a certain energy in her confidently clarifying tone that discouraged me from asking another question. What about you, Yi-sung?
구태여 돌아묵겠소.
Let me take the trouble of asking in return. Manager, why did you join the company you work for? I mean, that's because I had no other choice. Well, that'll probably be Yi-sung's answer too.
귀하가 스스로
That
답을
should
내주었고요.
sufficiently answer your question. It looks like Ishmael wasn't exaggerating about the qualification it takes to join this firm. The laboratory was dominated by a stillness that can only be achieved with everyone in total focus. Hang on, hold up. Okay, so you've got like the lab over here, it all makes sense. You know, doctors working with stuff, like over here and whatnot. But look at these trophies over here. You've got like a bird, is that a drumstick? Did someone get a chicken trophy in this laboratory?
단테.
Oh.
냉장고에 간식들이 잔뜩 있어. 하나.
Someone is very excited, I guess.
10개.
Dante, look, there. You see that? The fridge is full of snacks. We could take one, or 10, and they wouldn't notice. Okay, of course you'd want the snacks. And we would break that stillness with nonchalance.
넉넉하게 챙겨가세요.
Take as many as you'd like.
삼조 씨,
Mr. Samjo, pack some snacks from the break room into small bundles to give to them later. Oh, what a sweetheart you are. Mysterious, very green man. Your hair, eyes, and outfit has green.
알겠습니다.
Understood.
대박이다 이스.
That's awesome. Ishi, maybe we should quit our job and join up here.
다 들려요 로자 씨.
Everyone can hear you, Radia.
로자 씨.
Rodian, the work contract says...
농담 파우스트 씨.
Joking,
농담.
Faust.
응?
Joking, see? Like she's a child. Faust, look! It's called a joke! It's something you don't get! Faust! Okay, I'm sorry, that was roost. That was roost! That was so roost of me. God, my mind is deteriorating tonight. Silence, Dante, silence.
그럼 이제
Let's move on to the request.
이젠 하다 외부인들까지 들여오고
What? Who is this?
견학까지
This
시켜주는
incredibly
거 아니야?
short person. What voice do I give you? One of the hardest things about doing a Limbus Company video is finding a voice for every single person that pops up. You're bringing outsiders into the building now. What are you? A field trip guide, Dongrong? Pardon me for a moment. This is Shren. Oh, sorry. This is Shren. She's the manager of the department next to mine, and a colleague who joined the company at the same time as I did. Visiting me to hurl hurtful words takes up much of her daily routine. Hurl hurtful is one of the most diabolical things you've ever made me say. That took me like 5 takes to do.
회사에서
I figured someone's got to point out the massive drain on our company's welfare budget that is your team. Okay. If you're wondering how we spend our welfare budget, you'll see when the Department of the Year trophy is awarded. Right, Samjo? It would take a full day to list the benefits the department chosen as the best receives.
둘다 재수없어.
You're snobs, the both of you.
라이벌인가?
Is that a rival?
어딜 가나
I do suppose excellence is followed by envy wherever it is. Envy fuels advancement, as they say. So it's only right for us to show a little generosity for those following behind. Should we give some of the pies we bought from that store to Shren's department, Mr. Samjo? I was planning to do so. The pepper, chili, lettuce, and curry-flavored ones specifically.
그것도
That
맛있겠는데?
also sounds tasty? Okay, everybody stop mentioning food around Radia. She's gonna start foaming at the mouth. Now then, let's get back to the main topic.
소문은 들었어요.
I heard the rumors.
황금가지라는
They're about a
이름으로
newly formed
수집하는
company
신생
collecting
회사예요.
organic objects called Golden Bows.
그리고 그
And those
황금가지라는
golden
건
bows are found
폐쇄된
exclusively
로봇
inside the
기미
closed down
지부에서만
branch
발견됐고요.
facilities of Lobotomy Corp.
황금가지의 존재는 어떻게 알게 된 거지?
How did you learn about the existence of golden bows?
얼마 되지는 않았어요.
It was a recent
달
discovery.
전까지
We've been using a Lobotomy Corp branch near our research facility as a lab until a few months ago.
그 끔찍한 것을
You set up a lab in that horrible place?
하지만
But I thought they were all buried underground.
뭐
Well,
Might
I guess there were
susceptible.
rare resources and documents they could use. Did the scope of your research include abnormalities? Why, certainly.
알아보시는군요.
No research could
연구원이라면
overlook such
그냥
intriguing
지나칠 수 없는
subjects.
점.
Researchers must be all soft in the head if that's what they're all interested in.
잠깐,
Hold on.
너 설마
When you were mumbling rubbish and tossing a rock at one of them chicken heads, did you... I will say, Heathcliff's unexpected fits of insight surprise me sometimes. She is dissing on you. You led us into dealing with a distortion in a coincidental encounter, so that you could gather data for your research on abnormalities.
아,
Mr. Samjo here is no
연기까지
good at
못해요.
acting. I suppose it's due to his upright way of life.
이해해 주세요.
Please understand,
저희로서는-
we had no means to clearly distinguish a distortion from an abnormality.
마음이 산산이
A person
허물어졌을
distorts
때
when the mind crumbles to
뒤틀린다고
figurative
했었나요?
pieces. That was a stellar figure of speech. Did you restore his crumbled mind back to health then? There's no way to piece together someone else's broken mind. We merely showed him the way. It was the choice of the restaurant owner whether to stay there or take that path.
와,
Wow,
당신 정말 많은
you
걸
know so
아는군요.
much. If
조금만
I were
더
just a bit
어렸다면-
younger, I'd have jumped and hopped trying to high-five you. What? What does that mean? You're always unwelcome to try. You're always... Faust with humor is one of the best things to ever happen to this group. Mr. Dong Rong, you're becoming sidetracked again.
아,
Ah, you're right. All right. Then, one day, while we happily indulged in research in that laboratory of the Lobotomy Corp branch
그곳에서
facility,
무력 습격 테러가
what a
일어났어요.
mouthful, armed terrorists attacked the place. It was all too sudden.
눈앞에서
Have you ever
폭탄이
seen a
터지는 걸
bomb
본 적이
set off before your eyes?
장관이죠.
It's quite the spectacle.
모든 것이
It all
한순간에
starts and ends in a
시작되고
split second.
끝나버리더군요.
Just like the universe, isn't it? You are one strange individual, I will
테러를
say.
일으킨 세력은 어디였지?
Where are the terrorists now? The members have almost nothing in common, and their motive is unknown. They only showed up recently. In the end, the terrorist organization took over the laboratory Mr. Dong Rong's team had stayed in.
연구실은
That
그때
must be
옮겼던
when the
것인가?
lab was moved.
피해는
How
어느
severe was the
정도야?
damage? Dong Rong turned his gaze from Yi Song to the sporadically unoccupied seats. You see, those empty seats,
당분간은 공석일
they'll
거예요.
stay that way for a while.
죽었거든요.
Their owners died
그때
in that act of terror. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Things got heavy all of a sudden. Looking closely, I saw snacks and flowers placed on their cushions, probably as a way to mourn the dead. Oh God, that's I'm so sorry.
아,
This fellow we
이
only
친구는
managed to recover a
손가락만 겨우
finger from.
건졌는데
We couldn't
그
find the
곳이
right
나타나지
place to
않아서
put it,
따로
so
가요.
we've been keeping it in storage. It should be over at the display on the second floor. Oh my God! You just kept his finger? A solemn silence filled the office, but Dong Rong continued, brushing the empty desk with his hand. There is so much we had to leave behind. Dong Rong.
동랑 씨. 특히
I especially
얼굴
missed the
캐릭터를
plaque
만들었던
modeled after the
삼장
face of my
필로
character. That was a favorite souvenir of mine. Excuse me. No way! You are gonna make me feel bad, get me all sentimental and whatnot, and then say some stupid shit like that. Dong Rong, you. I'll be stumped. I can't tell how much of what he says is a joke, and how much of it is serious.
그러면 저 자리는
What
어떤
about that
자리지?
seat then? Our attention was brought to a white desk that was completely empty.
아,
Ah, that one is reserved.
새로운 직원이
We're
오기를
waiting for a new employee to take that seat.
어,
Oh,
어디 가면
is
볼 수
there an
있죠?
application guideline for the position then? Where can I see it? Ishmael's bright-eyed inquisition was interrupted by Samjo's displeased utterance. Oh dear, Mr. Samjo is feeling all uncomfortable now. Shall we actually get to the point then,
진짜 본론으로
Samjo?
넘어갈까?
단도직입적으로 말합니다.
Let me be
서로
blunt.
윈윈.
I suggest an accord that will benefit both parties.
빼앗긴 연구실을
If you help us
되찾아주신다면
retake the laboratory,
당신들에겐
we'll yield
저희가
the
발견한
ownership of the golden bough we
황금
found to you.
소유권을
Okay. I have a question. Is this a fixed contract or a post-fulfillment review contract? Will it be represented by delegate bodies or co-executive members?
답변하겠습니다.
Allow me to
하자
answer
책임
that.
없이 대표기관 집행
This will be
방식으로 직접 계약
this will be
방식입니다.
an immediate
1급 계약
delegate
사무소를
body
이용한
represented
입회를 둔 계약 후
contract
절차대로
with no
진행될
warrant.
예정입니다.
With no warranty liability. A contractual signing overseen by an observer from a grade 1 contract office that will take place following due process. Oh, okay. The contract office? I don't know what's going on. Does it really have to be so complicated? That's what I'm saying, Dante. Too many words. Too many words for my smooth brain to handle.
제2사에서는
In
제대로 된
J-Corp's
유태인을
district,
구하지
we couldn't get the
똑바로
golden
넘겨받지
bow right
못했잖아요.
away despite winning because we didn't have anyone overseeing the deal. Oh,
로저가
that
게임에서
Ayuda
이겼는데
from the Merry
약속한
Achilles.
게 이거 묻지마
Achilles.
싸움 걸었잖아.
Achilles. I actually don't know what that word is though. She started a fight even after Rodeo won the game.
마리아츠파의 아이드인데.
That's why it feels unfamiliar. It's Ida from Los Mariachi. Gregor does not know people's names like at all. I find that so funny.
네, 맞아요.
That's right.
유태인이 되어줄 줄
That's
알았던
right.
아이드 씨가
Instead of playing the role of the
태도를 바꿔버리는
observer,
바람에
she left us
무력으로
with no
가져와야만
choice but to
했었죠.
take the bow with force, which is why it is
공정위에서는
safer to
협회나
use the
계약
service of an
사무소를 이용하는
association
편이
or a
돈은
contract
많이
office
들어도
to stand as an observer or to notarize the contract even if it can be costly. That's what Faust probably considered most carefully, I think. Ishmael explained it like it was common knowledge. I guess it's something well known among city folks.
이건 확실히
This contract
저희 쪽에
certainly
유리한
favors our side.
체결
목적만
방식이군요.
As long as the goal is
달성한다면요.
achieved. I wasn't expecting them to talk at the same time. That's funny. We watched with our mouths agape as the two declared the conclusion at once. This is a secret.
전 사실
This is a secret,
삼조
but
씨가 하는
I
말에
frankly don't get
들어간
more
사람보다는
than half of what Samjo
그렇구나
says.
하고 넘기는 거죠.
I just nod like, oh, I see, and move on.
우연인가?
Isn't that a coincidence? It's the same for us, too.
적어도 동랑 씨는 알아들어야
Aren't you
하는 거
supposed to be
아닌가요?
the last person to be ignorant of your secretary's words? Look at us having a little bonding moment.
그래도
Aha!
K에서 연구실과 대화를
Still,
맺으면
I guess making a
당분간은
contract with K-Corp's
그분들과 싸울 일은
laboratory
없겠어요.
means we won't be able to fight against the wing staff for a while.
상처에도
the staff, you're
끊임없이
right.
치료되었던 분들이요.
You know, those people who would keep healing their wounds. The team fell into a somber silence. All the members related to them were filled with misery and suffering. Ah, so you've seen K-Corp's regenerative technology already. Yeah, we've seen it. Maybe just a time or two. We've more than seen it.
아유.
Had to deal with it over and over.
그렇지.
I get sick of the thought.
그럼
Why don't I
대신
show you around my
기념으로
lab
제
instead then?
실험실 보여드릴까요?
It's not here though.
여기 말고
You'll have to take the
엘리베이터를
elevator
한번 더
once more.
타야 해요.
Yeah.
거기까지
You would show
보여주실
them that
생각입니까,
much, just
동랑이?
Mr. Dongrong? That place is off limits for unauthorized personnel.
방금
You just made a
삼조 씨
really funny
엄청
noise,
웃긴
Mr.
소리 냈다.
Samjo. Well, it shouldn't hurt.
뭐,
We're hanging out a bit to
놀러 가는
celebrate the
거지.
provisional contract being signed. I really like Dongrong. He's honestly a very interesting fellow. Please don't turn out to be bald. I wasn't sure if that was an appropriate way to celebrate things, but since no one on the team objected, I decided to follow him. Okay, very interesting things we've got going on. God, I want to continue, but unfortunately for this week, I actually don't have a whole lot of time. So while it pains me, because I would love to keep going, I think I need to end the episode here. Thank you all for joining me today. This was a roller coaster of emotions today, I will say. We had to fight some of the most horrifying things I've ever seen with the Brazen Bull guys. And then we get to the K-Corp place, and we're dealing with one of the most interesting people so far. If you liked what you've seen, please consider subscribing so that I may be able to keep the channel going and keep the videos coming. And again, just thank you all for being here, and also thank you all for getting this channel to YouTube partnered. I love you all so much. You all are genuinely the best. And I will see all of you beautiful people in the next episode. Good night!